Now you look at the Government of India's office infrastructure in New Delhi. I already told you that a few offices are here and the rest are scattered all over. So you have no clustering, you have no proximity. You have a huge amount of problem when meetings are called, people are rushing back and forth, meetings cannot happen, and levels of cooperation, of course, diminished. Remember, this is not true, for example, of the government of Gujarat, where the entire government sits in one assembly complex in Gandhinagar, and the business moves much more smoothly. The second thing, there are many offices here, whichever ones are here, but if you look at them, they are of very poor construction quality, okay? Very poor service integration that you can see here. You can see this inefficient use of land. Obviously, this drives up costs. Look at the infrastructure inside. It's of not, that's not your 21st century office by any means. There's no coherent identity. You don't make everybody feel like they're part of a team. Now, improving productivity and efficiency by building a new secretariat is the key objective of this project. Okay? It's not to build buildings, but that's the larger level objective. Now, what is being done? If organizational efficiency is going up, organizational productivity is at this end, then this is the present scatter of inadequate offices. This is what the Central Vista hopes to do. Here's another way of thinking about it. These are adapted from Francis Duffy's book, okay? And every aspect of this has some bearing on these two dimensions. You can improve facilities management, furniture layout, services, skins, new buildings, patterns, locations, etc. All of these things are going to affect, and the Central Vista project, in a sense, intends to address all these dimensions. So these are the 4 plots in which the secretariat is to be built. And these are the buildings of the secretariat. Let me explain to you. That's just an early sketch. These are the 4 plots. These are the 4. Let me start with the office buildings. These are the 10 office buildings proposed on the 2 sides in the 4 plots. It will consolidate all the ministries of the Government of India in one place, so that they are not scattered all over Delhi. By the way, that will end up saving rent payments of 1,000 crores per year. So that's itself a straight saving that you can. So everybody here, scattered all across, is all going to be brought into one place here. So that's the objective. The Central Secretariat will be a transit-oriented development. Okay? What does that mean? Well, you have 2 metro lines passing right through here, the violet line and the yellow line, passing right perpendicular to the Central Vista. These connect you to Faridabad, Gurgaon. If you take 1 station away, to Noida. If you take 1 station away, North Delhi. The whole city is connected to this place through metro. The ambition is to build, these are underground lines, and there are stations here. So to build an underground shuttle that goes and connects all the buildings. So you would come out of the metro, get into the shuttle, and go to your building, arrive at the basement level, and rise up into your building. Facilities for the Prime Minister. Prime Minister's residence is far away. Remember that the Prime Minister residence, when Jawaharlal Nehru became the Prime Minister, he commandeered the most important house, which was the Flagstaff House, which was the house of the army chief. He commandeered as the house of the Prime Minister of India. Subsequently, that turned into a museum, so the Prime Minister was housed, subsequent Prime Minister was housed in small Lutyens bungalows elsewhere, far away. And every time, I mean, they are inadequate, and they, when they move from there to their office, there's huge disruption of traffic, etc. So there was an idea, why not? Yeah. Many defense offices in ground+1 structures to be removed, and a facility to be created, which is the Prime Minister's house. So you're the Vice President, you're the Prime Minister, and the Special Protection Group would be in this plot, in this area here. This plot had a set of hutments, and this is where, in this place, will be the new Prime Minister's office. Now, the proper Prime Minister's office is needed because the functions of the Prime Minister have changed over a period of time. Okay, and so that's what's and this is the garden attached to that. So the diamond plot here will be the Prime Minister's office. Central Vista Avenue is that grand garden in the middle, which is both a civic garden for Delhi and a stage for the national rituals that we have on Republic Day. Okay. Now, if you look at it today, I already told you that's what, it has haphazard parking. If you go there, tired landscape. If you look at the landscape, pretty. The pavings and the street furniture are certainly not up to standards. Poor pathways, poor footpaths, no amenities, ad hoc vending in various places. Okay. No facilities for events and activities, poor quality lighting. We can do better than that, and no signage, either descriptive or informational signage or directional signage. You look at the water feature here, very poorly maintained. This is the portion which has water, which is only 1/4 of it. The rest of it has no water, and that's what if you look at the landscape, many of the trees have died on the two sides here. And really, they're, all the rest are also very old. They are all 90-year-old trees and have come to the end of their life at this point. So something needs to be thought about what to do for those too. So the idea is to, that's the proposal. The idea is to address all these issues, to get a livelier landscape here. By the way, that's Rashtrapati Bhavan landscape. If we can do that just on that one side, why can't we do better landscape on the civic side? Okay, can we have a better water feature? Perhaps use recycled water for the water body. More facilities for civic users, which means you have to provide adequate parking. Nobody comes walking up to Central Vista. Very few. Most of them either drive or take the metro now. Okay, but you need parking. You need better footpaths. This is in Bangalore. Okay, and if we can do footpaths and paving like this, why not we have that sort of thing there? Signage, if Delhi already has good quality signage, can we put up better signage? Okay, better, more comfortable seating. I didn't find the appropriate picture, but here's from Pune. Better vending facilities, why not have that? And you're stuck? Okay, no. Pedestrian underpasses. Places where there's lots of traffic, can you take the pedestrians below here? Maybe you could have underpasses that are large and spacious, that just so that the traffic is not disturbed and people can walk right across. Okay, and in front of India Gate here, can we not have a paved area that's better? Presently, there's this street, and it's not a very. You can do better than that, I think. And so, and lighting can be better. That's in Lucknow already, good quality lighting here. That's Gandhinagar. Can't we do something better than what we have? And adequate facilities for these events. You can see here, that's I think that's the Yoga Day thing, and this one is, of course, the Republic Day parade. So can we have better, can we do these rituals a little better? So that's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's a simple landscape job in a way. Chambers for members of parliament. The members of parliament don't have any office space, so 1,000 small offices like lawyers' chambers to be built in these two plots here. A simple building with lots of offices. Every country in the world provides these sort of offices for their parliamentarians, and that is a facility being provided, which if they don't have, then it has to be provided in their homes and various other places. Meetings buildings are not just meant to serve practical functions of seating, etc. And so we are also trying to articulate some ways in which you can think about it. Well, some people ask me why a triangle, and well, here's one reason why you could have a triangle. I say the plot is triangular, this, that, it doesn't help. Well, it's a sacred geometry, triangles and trinities. You have Sri Yantra here, uses triangles, you have trinities, and in case you're worried, that's Humayun's tomb, so that's also. Evolving a plan for this thing, started with a triangle, we put 3 triangles together, and we put that together, and we got the parliament. So people sometimes like that as a better explanation. Why a spire? Well, in secular democracies, you do not have sacred buildings, but this is as close as it gets to a sacred building. You have the parliament, is treated like the important institution. Prime Minister called it that too. What color should the spire be? Perhaps, spires of our temples are gilded. So maybe a golden color, not gold, but golden color. But in case you're worried, you have, everybody gilds their sacred buildings. Okay, so there you are. Why these funnily shaped windows here? Well, to reflect India's diversity in some ways, to get to all the diverse parts of India. So that's why we have these windows here. And building up these stories and narratives is as much a part of making the architecture for this place. And of course, celebrating our nation's democracy. So here you have, lit up on Republic Day, and perhaps someday you will light it up like this.